bullseye.
What's up guys, it's me Rox, and welcome back to another episode of WWE SuperCard Last Man Standing. So your Last Man Standing is live. Before we're gonna dive into that Last Man Standing though, a few other things. We're gonna start with the King of the Ring eliminated in the quarterfinals, I would assume. Again, went to bed. Same as or similar as we always have 15 picks, another Goliath card, so not too bad. Eliminated as well, so another Goliath card. This time a Roman Reigns as we enter the semi-final. I still don't get the order in the order the prices drop, because sometimes it's confusing to me. Anyways, if we quickly take a look at what I said yesterday, I'm gonna go try my best to pro Brian. I have not done that quite yet, but he is like almost done. I'm still not 100% now. Actually thinking about it, if I'm gonna pro him or if I'm gonna leave him them two as singles for my Last Man Standing deck, for the simple reason that if we take a quick look at that, they are quite similar in sets, maybe a bit better to the Blake, so I don't know if that's going to be a huge deal. Maybe I'm going to go off the back of, okay, does this get super hard? If so, I'm going to pro them to get towards that Gothic Pro level and then go about things from there. I might just wait and see until it might or might not become an issue. That Sarah Logan is going to become an issue as a left or and as my weakest female. That is going to cost me a lot of games, I can tell you already. That Sarah Logan right there. Unless, of course, that Snow Globe Fusion is going to be nice to us. Or the SummerSlam. No, that's not going to help us. That's not going to help us as a single. What are we going to get? Nothing new. Apollo Crews. It's a pro, but as said before, we're likely not going to pro because males are not that interesting in terms of pros, even for the fusions. I don't know. We'll see. I'll make that decision at another day. I'll take a deep look maybe on stream again. If you guys looking for some stream content, go on my twitch.tv/tyroxis. Link is right underneath me as we get rid of that last fusion, I think, other than the SummerSlam 18s, that Bobby Fish, and slot him in there, or slot him in there. Then we're gonna go, yeah, we got all good. I've pulled quite a few Gothics and stuff, or Goliaths lately. So I'm happy to chuck a few of those in there. But if looking for some live content, maybe also generally speaking, a bit of a better place to show you guys some stuff about the Last Man Standing event, because I can show you it on live examples and all that. So if you want some more in detail, more in depth analysis, essentially, go check out the Twitch. Ask questions live on there, because I'm going to be able to answer them live. Of course, you can always ask questions on the YouTube as well, but you got to keep in mind that it will take me at least until the next episode to be able to answer those. But I will, of course, happily do that within one of the next episodes if you guys have a question. Snow Globe Fusion is going to be something else. It could be one of the last ones, actually. 4 days remaining. I think we got another 3 or 4 left in us. So let's hope this one is going to be a good one. Is it? Or does it not? Goliath, I'm guessing. We got so few Goliaths that I'm actually guessing this might be one of those. It is SummerSlam 18 Rhino, and he is a pro. That's the second event pro that we've got stocked up right now with the Apollo Crew SummerSlam 18 and the Rhino. I guess I'll wait until after Last Man Standing, like after the rewards and stuff, to see if I actually pro them, or like perfectly pro them, for the simple reason that the Last Man Standing rewards will depend on it and all that. Well, that it will depend on the Last Man Standing rewards, and I will decide. Then I actually got 3 different cards here on SummerSlam 18, and 2 of them are pros already. Rhino Titus O'Neil is the only one that is not a pro, and then we've got the Blake already pro'd. Of course, if we look at the deck editor, I'll always go off my Road to Glory deck there. And you can see, of course, they will slot in right up here because they're better than all the SummerSlam 18s. But then you gotta remember that Brian is coming in here for now, at least. Of course, that's gonna go again. Other Gothic pros, if we get the Rock will slot in here, so that will always push the SummerSlam 18s to spot. Like, we got spot for 5 more SummerSlam 18 pros or higher. That's the Rock. That is possibly Ryan, possibly an Apollo Crews. That's already 3 spots taken up. Again, of course, I know these are better than the standard ones, so they're gonna push them even further back. But yeah. We'll see. That Brian might actually get us to Neon in Ring Elimination as well, which would be nice. Which would indeed be nice. War, I played quite a bit yesterday, almost up to, or well, on my way to tier 4 already. Of course, still only 6 because people in Plat are mad. use the ads from yesterday, whatever I had left over after Money in the Bank. Use my phone ads from today already, last night as well, on War. It's just mental. And I will keep using them on War, because in Last Man Standing, of course, there's no point in using your ads in there. King of the Ring is running Money in the Bank. We're back up to an astonishing 290 contracts, and that is all she got. We also started a TBG now. We're back in the TBGs, and I've played Arena 1. Now, at the start, there's not much to go wrong on, not much to really tell you guys. The objectives or the obstacles are on a really low count. For example, I should have 1 now. One thing straight away, don't use the reveals and blocks at the very start. I would save them for a bit later on, and also make sure to use the free packs. Open all the free packs that you can, because you get 1 free block, 1 free reveal in them, and even if you got 10 of each, the stuff from the free packs will stack on top. So if you've got maxed out reveals and blocks, so you cannot pull them off the board anymore. If you open your free packs, you will get them on top. You will have 11 out of 10. Does make sense? Still works like that. So make sure to open all the free packs that you can get to give you guys the best chance possible, because it is a good help. I also can already tell you guys, even though it might be risky at times and all that, one strategy that maybe newer players would go off, I've seen that question on Reddit before. Do you cash in after every single game, or do you press your luck? And straight away, do not bank points after every single game. As you see already, I've got a streak bonus of ×4. I'm in Arena 2, so that basically gives me, I think, 2 points on the first arena, then 4 on the second. Is it 6? Well, it multiplies essentially. So you get per card, you get more and more points per card. If you press luck, the streak bonus will go up again. Now, as I have the ×4 bonus, I will get 8 for this 1 card. Of course, if it is an obstacle, the streak is gone. So you have to cash in before, ideally, before the obstacle hits. So I will cash in now. Of course, I've got a 50-50 now. Do you get the obstacle on the last one, or do you not get it at all and go lucky? I'll cash in, because at the start, to be very honest, it doesn't matter too much. Those few points at the very start, if you push up to a higher rank, will not be game-changing in the later stages. But then again, where do you draw the line on that? That is always a tricky part for me. Where do you draw the line when you say, you know what, those few points will not make a difference? Do you draw the line at 1,000, at 10,000, because you might get hundreds of thousands, you might get millions of points? It's a tough spot to be in, but generally speaking, especially in the very, very early stages, those points are very likely not going to be a huge difference maker. Of course, they can. I'm not going to try to deny that. They can be a difference maker. But chances are they're not going to be. And not to the point where you're going to miss out on the event card because of them. I think the point differences up in those higher divisions are going to be a lot more than just that. So much straight away. I personally will wait until I have about 3 obstacles or so, until I start using reveals and or blocks. Reveals reveal you 3 obstacles, so that of course you should keep in mind. I would not use, personally would not use a reveal unless you've got at least 3 obstacles to reveal, because that's going to be a waste of a reveal essentially. Because if you've got 2, you might as well try out your luck, or try to find that first and then like take that on the chin, and then use a block to get the last one. And if you got 1, you just might straight away use a block. You can use the block, and it doesn't have to be in the next game. The block stays there until you hit that obstacle. So you can use that block. If you got 1, for example, right here, I could have used the block at the very start and just known, okay, I can press my luck throughout the whole of the thing, because whenever I hit that obstacle, or a loss would count as well, but in the very early stages, you're not gonna lose. Until I hit that block or the loss, I'm gonna be safe. So as there's only 1 obstacle, that would be a easy win. This time we hit it on the second to last one. So this time we don't get the luck on the 50-50. Now I can tell you, I don't know from the top of my head when there's a few arenas where you got more obstacles than you've got blocks, reveals, or live. So there are going to be arenas in the higher stages where you're gonna have to avoid obstacles. You're gonna be in that 50-50 position where you've got 2 cards left. You don't have any more blocks. You don't have any more reveals. You only have 1 more live left. If you hit a block, or if you hit an obstacle, you lose. You got 2 cards, and you're gonna have to hit the right one. If you hit the wrong one, you lost. By the way, that last mistake is now a good chance for me to get that last ultimate card. He hits later, and then my ultimates are done in the card catalog. I'm really hoping I'm gonna get one. So how do I go about higher numbers of obstacles? So if I usually started at 3 obstacles, use the reveal, and that and pretty much be done for. Go through the rest of that with no obstacles in my way. I did that usually though when I didn't grind as much of Last Man Standing, so I knew, you know what, I'm likely gonna get, especially in the later stages, I'm gonna get more blocks and reveals in free packs that I'm gonna be able to use in Last Man Standing, depending on how my luck is. So like, you know what, I don't care about using them pretty early. If I will do the same thing, well, to be honest, I probably will we'll start at 3 obstacles and then use reveals. And if you got more, I always got about things. Let's say if you got 6 obstacles, and usually at the start you're able to use 1 block and 1 reveal. Later on you're able to use 2 in one stage, but at the early stages you're only allowed to use 1 each. So that means you got 3 obstacles on the reveal, you got 1 obstacle on the block, assuming you're not going to lose the game. That's 4 obstacles out of the way already. So if you got 6 obstacles, I would go about things like that. I would just go through the board until I found 2 obstacles. So there's only 4 left. I would reveal 3 of them and then use the block. That block is then going to be either if I do lose or for that last block. Of course, I can go about things if I am in a pretty confident spot and probably not going to lose. It's no worries. I would just then go if I went and lost the game, would then cash out just to be sure, because then I wouldn't have anything to block that last obstacle anymore, as that block has gone on the loss. But of course you would then have, I think, 3 lives left to take one on the chin essentially and go on from there. But of course the streak would then break. So usually I go down to 4, use a reveal, use a block, be down to 0 essentially. Of course the block doesn't reveal one or doesn't get rid of it straight away, but as soon as you hit it, or you know that you can hit one with being safe, and then I go from there. Other people I think are gonna keep 1 on the board. There's a lot of different ways to go about things. That is just my personal way of going about Last Man Standing. I think I've done pretty well so far. Out of the 5 Last Man Standings I've played, I've gotten 4 cards. Well, the other one I didn't really. How much did I play? I basically missed out on the Roman Reigns. Yeah, the Roman Reigns was the first one where they changed the threshold to 10,000, I believe. Because the Triple H was easy. You had the top 30,000 would get the Triple H, and that was no problem there. And then the Roman Reigns, I believe, was the second one. They changed it to 30,000, and it didn't really, or to 10,000. And I was like, you know what, 10,000, nah, no chance. I got the Triple H on like 24,000 or something. I thought there was going to be no chance, so I didn't bother playing too much. And then I played the others again and got the other event cards anyways on 10,000 as well. So it is definitely possible. You got to invest quite a bit of time, no doubt about it, but you don't have to invest credits, in my opinion. I personally think there's no. I mean, there's probably use if you got like a big use or a big streak, use that a multiplier to double your points or something like that. But I don't use that. I've never spent a single credit on Last Man Standing, and I probably won't, because, well, I'd rather miss out on the card than. Because I think spending credits on Last Man Standing is very lackluster. You don't know whether it's going to help you or not. While in a ring domination, the pick numbers, they are going to get you more shards. That's a fact. But you might be using loads of credits on Last Man Standing, but you don't have enough time to play enough to the point where your time plus the credits is going to get you the cards. So you spend a lot of credits for some packs that are probably not going to give you anything. So I personally will stay away and would stay away from spending credits, but of course that decision is on you guys. Do you have the spare money or not? Do you care? Do you bother? That is fully on you. And with that, we should have another milestone. We should have another arena cleared, and we should be into Arena 6. Of course, as I will stream today for quite a bit, I would assume. So go check out twitch.tv/ShyRoxx. I don't know if I've been live already or how long I will be live going forward from the time this video goes live. But just check out the channel, see if I'm there, and if so, say hi. Say hi, say that you come from the video. If you want to, would be very much appreciated. And I think we're gonna leave it at Arena 6 again. Tomorrow, I would assume I'm gonna be able to bring you some more in-depth, some more strategical gameplay on Last Man Standing when we've got more obstacles on the board, when we've got more shards or more reveals and blocks and such to use. So keep an eye out for tomorrow's video for that. Jesus Christ, why do I always get the crash at the end? I will maybe record that video later tonight. I will see when I do that. But tomorrow, most likely, more in-depth gameplay on Last Man Standing and less easy going because it's just the start. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want a more WWE SuperCard content, daily WWE SuperCard content, I might add. And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. Until the next one, I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.